Good morning, students. Welcome to Read 180 Distance Learning. Today we are going to be starting our workshop 3, and it is entitled Life in Dystopia. This is lesson 1 for our workshop 3. You're going to notice that each lesson will be slideshow that I put together. It will actually be the pages from our real book. But in addition to that, you will also need the paper copy of the real book that we sent home to you last week, because on some of those pages is where you'll be writing your responses. You will be completing assignments that you will have to turn in to me. You will be submitting those through Google Classroom. You will just take a picture, just like you do in Schoology. You'll attach it to the assignment and then submit it in Google Classroom. And that will be my way to know that you're turning things in, and I will be able to grade it right within Classroom. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Each of the first slides you'll notice will have the title of it, the date, and then our learning target. Today our learning target is I can use active viewing and listening strategies to build background and content knowledge about key ideas from a video. So if we go ahead and get started on pages 124 and 125, you will see the title of this. Off to the left-hand side, you'll see our focus question. It says, what causes people to go along with the crowd despite the costs? So I want you to just kind of put that in the back burner. So as we are learning about dystopia, maybe you'll be able to kind of come up with an idea or an opinion about this focus question. If you look on page 124, right underneath the title, Life in Dystopia, you'll see the introductory text. At the top of page 125, you'll see the emphasis that says, today we'll begin learning about dystopia, a type of literature we'll be reading in Workshop 3. We'll consider what causes people to follow the crowd, even when their actions will harm others. So, again, as we begin our new workshop, over the next few weeks, we're going to be learning about the impact of community on an individual or a person's thoughts and actions. So what I want you to do, again, is looking at the title, looking at the pictures. We're going to read the introductory text right now together. I want you to be thinking about what is dystopia. The introductory statement says, imagine a world in which you have no choices, where you are forced to conform even when you know what's wrong. Many writers have created such places. Welcome to dystopia. So what I'd like you to do now is make a prediction. What do you think we will explore in this workshop? Again, you can go back to pages 124 and 125, take a looking at the title and looking at the pictures, and just respond to yourself in your own brain. In this workshop, I think we will explore what? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is watch the following clip of our anchor video. You're going to need this information to complete pages 126 and 127. So we'll go ahead and watch that now.
Yeah. What if you lived in a world without freedom, where you were forced to conform, where everyone had to follow orders or be punished? In the real world, whole countries have been oppressed at the hands of ruthless leaders who punished anyone who stood against them. These awful realities are just one way writers have been inspired to create imaginary worlds that warn readers of what society could become. These worlds are called dystopias, where life is grim and all hope seems lost. Suzanne Collins writes about these themes. Her book, The Hunger Games, takes place in a fictional dystopia called Panem, a world where the word of one man, President Snow, is law, and where every year 24 children are forced to take part in a fight to the death called The Hunger Games. It's the one reality show you have to watch, because it's illegal not to.
The games are televised across the country of Pan Am, and it is mandatory that you watch them. They are the yearly reminder that the districts are being punished for having the audacity to rebel against the capital.
But pressure to conform doesn't always come from an oppressive government. It can also come from society, even from our own neighbors. Shirley Jackson explored this side of human nature in her fictional story, The Lottery, first published in 1948. In this story, everyone in a small town takes part in a violent tradition that is carried out every year.
77th year I've been in the lottery. 77th time.
It asks the same question as other books in the dystopian genre. Would you go along with the crowd, even if you knew they were doing something wrong? Or would you choose to stand against it?
Okay, society makes sense in this context because it refers to a group of people who share the same laws. All right, so what we're going to be doing now is, again, viewing with a purpose on page 126. So at the very top, next to that picture, you'll see I'm going to read that out loud, and then we're going to move on to the build vocabulary, okay? So viewing with a purpose. Imagine living in a world where you have no choices, where you must go along with the rules and rituals, even if it means turning against your friends. Writers of dystopian fiction create such worlds. Find out what inspires them and what makes their stories so compelling. So again, you can go back and watch the anchor video again, but I want you to listen carefully so that you can complete the outline on page 126. Now you're going to look on page 126 where it says build vocabulary. There's 5 words. Those 5 words are dystopia, genre, human nature, society, and tradition. And again, I want you to go through and make sure that the outline is complete. If you need to go back after you fill out page 126 and follow along with the video just to double check, that might be a good strategy for you. Okay, and the last thing we're going to have you do then is on page 127, the discussing media page. Now you're only going to do 2 sections on here. At the very top where it says write, you're going to record 2 facts from the video that you learned or that caught your attention. So you'll notice from the video I learned that blank. I want you to complete that sentence. Make sure you have end marks, you use capital letters where needed, if you use people's names or titles. The second fact, one fact that caught my attention in the video was, so again, finish that sentence starter. Make sure you have correct punctuation. And then the last thing you're going to do is the reflect section. So think about the information in that video. I want you to explain one detail you would like to learn more about. And so your sentence starter says, after viewing the video, I am particularly interested in learning more about. And then in parentheses, you see who, what, why, where, and how. Now you'll notice there's more than 1 or 2 lines. So I really want you to think about that and try to include the who, what, where, why, and how to come up with that reflection piece. Again, like the directions say, once you're done with pages 126 and 127, take a picture of those pages, submit your responses in Google Classroom, just attach it to the assignment that is in there. And again, if you have any questions, if things aren't working, you're going to have to let me know. Now, I'm going to also put the link to the anchor video in a separate spot because there was a little bit of feedback in the Google Slides. I'm not sure why, and I don't know how to fix that. So if that kind of bothered you, you'll be able to go to another spot for that link. And again, if you have any questions on how to submit things, please let me know so I can go ahead and help you. All right, that is it for today. Good luck with your assignment. It should not take you very long. Miss you guys. Wish we were having class rather than this distance learning. But take care of yourself. See you tomorrow. Bye.